Whales, good morning. It's Wednesday pre-market. Let's go over and break down NVIDIA for today's trading session. And yeah, let's dive in. For those that don't know me though, I'm a full-time trader. I do these updates every single day. And if you want my actual trades though, guys, you can copy and mirror me here in Discord. I give my exact entries, targets, stop losses, everything that you need here to succeed. So if you need help in figuring out what trades to get into before anyone else does, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to make a lot of money here. Come join, right? We're waiting for you here and see you guys here in a few minutes. All right, so with that said, let's go over NVIDIA. So with NVIDIA, guys, I have two different paths. The first path is the bullish path, where we have a wave 3 in red coming down for a wave 4. And now we're starting this new sequence, right, to trek to all-time highs for a wave 5 in red here to finish off all of a wave 1 primary cycle, coming down for a wave 2 primary cycle, and then ultimately even higher in the long term. Okay, so we're basically setting ourselves up for success for this bullish path. Now, this is sort of the main count that we're going with, right? We need to make sure we label our invalidation level here at the lows. So this means that we're calling the bottom for now. And if price does break below the invalidation level, this means that this count is wrong and we need to essentially recreate or recount this to account for a different scenario that happens, right? So as traders, we need to make sure we know all the different types of possibilities so we can make sure that we make the best trades, okay? So that's the invalidation level, and we're looking to see whether or not NVIDIA can get some separation from these lows to ultimately get a 5 waves in red, right? We're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. So with the 4-hour time frame, guys, you can see that again, we have a 4 that got put in invalidation level for the lows. We're calling the bottom for now. And if this is the bottom, we're either working on a 1, 2, 1, 2 nest, right? This makes sense to me. Right, and we're going to keep pushing upwards. So shorter time cycles look like NVIDIA can push upwards, or we have a double correction here where we're putting in a B, C like this before NVIDIA goes higher. Okay, so this is sort of the main counts that I see, but as long as price essentially can stay above the invalidation level, we're calling it higher here on NVIDIA. Okay, either or. Now, we also have to take a look at again, the bearish path, because it's pretty obvious. You guys can see this, right? You guys can see, let me get rid of some of these labels here so you guys can clearly see this. All right, so the bearish path would actually put our wave 4 lower, and you can basically see that we have a ABC that went down in black, coming up for a failed impulsive wave, and then coming down for one more corrective wave like this. Okay, and that makes total sense because now this is a W, X, Y wave that gets put in. And what does this look like, guys? Overall, this looks like a head and shoulders pattern. You have a left shoulder, you have a head, and then a potential right shoulder coming in. Okay, so typically corrections, right, where this Y wave and wave 4 ends is typically on the primary wave 4 cycles from the past. So if you look left, you see a wave 4 here in blue and a wave 4 here in black. So anywhere between these two lines, this correction can land. So we're definitely buyers here if NVIDIA does fall even further into the future, okay? And why does this make sense? Well, this makes sense for a few reasons. The first reason is that if you take a look at this structure, this does look like distribution to me, right? This does look like, you know, a top, right, typically. So in tops, you typically get a lot of distribution, accumulation of shorts around these levels rather than a clear uptrend that moves forward. Secondly, what you see is that if you take the fib extensions or fib retracements from the swing highs down to the swing lows of that C wave, right, and you sort of project this out, this is sort of the bear zone, right? So they like to short relief rallies here. And you can take a look at all this sort of culmination of a lot of volume, a lot of price action all across this zone, guys. So the bears are going to try to short this because it's a great risk to reward scenario, right? They're going to be shorting this area to try to get to here with a stop loss only here, right? So that's a great risk to reward. That's about a 3-to-1 risk to reward scenario for the bears. So it makes sense for the bears to go after this trade. And secondly, thirdly, it also makes sense because of the fact that if the S&P does a double correction as well on the relief rally, right, because it's going to be testing its trend line, same thing as NVIDIA, right, it's retesting this trend line. This all makes sense. So let's see what NVIDIA can do. Either or, right? We're going to be buyers down here if NVIDIA does come down here. Okay, so until then, I'll talk to you guys soon, and let's see what the markets are going to decide, what it's going to reveal. Make sure you have your stop losses in place. Make sure that you're safe and not over risk. Okay, I'll see you guys in Discord if you want my actual entries on everything here. And yeah, talk to you guys soon.